You got to get locked in there. At the bowl side, I think we've had some really intense workouts. We've really strained them, in which they need. We've had some physical workouts, and that's exactly what we need at this point in time. I think we get down to the bowl side. I think you're going to see a day or two of that as well. I said it at the last press conference I was in, and this ball game's going to come down to a physical battle, and we're going to have to play extremely physical. And we've had some really good workouts. So, I've been pleased with the way that they responded. Now we've had a day anyways in there that we didn't have a regular workout, but we responded back the very next day, which was good. That's what you asked.
How important is it going to be to run the football to take pressure off the passing game?
Well, I think we got to do what I think in any game you go into, running the football is just it definitely opens up everything else. I think we've got to run the football, I think when you look at when we're at our best, we're doing a great job of mixing it up, and I think that's something to be said. I mean, anytime they can make you one-dimensional, obviously the favor is on the defense at that point.
How do you draw the line between being, too physical during practice, maybe knowing when to dial it back?
Well, I think you got to look at it. How many practices do you have? And I think Coach has done a really good job with that. We've been real pleased with the way that, coming out, setting the tempo early on in bowl practice, that we're going to be physical, and this is the way we're going to do things. And Coach has done a good job kind of tapering back, so maybe not as intense and as long and being alive as we are early in the year, and we are early in the bowl practice as we are now. We'll be a couple, 2 or 3 periods in there of live work, and then kind of get it back into the game planning mode when we get back down the bowl side. So.
You talked about how confident you are in Taj and the responsibility you've given him. Just in general terms, how deep in the playbook are you at this point? Second year?
Well, yeah. I think we're 80% into it, 85%. He's an All-American. I mean, and that's what we stress that to him. And hey, look, you are the first team All-American. You're going to have to play like it. You're going to have to prepare like it. And it's no fluke. They just don't give those away. He's played well enough to earn that, and so how much can we continue to put on him? I think we can put some stuff on him. I really do, and I think as we go and even working into spring ball, I think you're going to see more and more added to his play.
Where you thought he needs to improve? What's he need to work on his side?
Well, obviously reading the defenses. I think that's something he had a huge improvement from year 1 to year 2 in the system, and reading defenses now going from 2 to 3, into the off season, and I think it's done that's an area he could always improve in.
For all the progress that he's made, there are still parallels, and perhaps his 2 worst games have been against South Carolina. Do you draw anything, or do you think at all of what happened last bowl game, or is?
No, I mean, as a coach, you can't live in the past. I mean, so many people get caught living in the past or looking for the future. You can't enjoy the moment. And we look in the past as far as evaluating, and some areas he's got to improve on. But we're going to put a game plan in front of him, and something we feel like he can execute 100%, and he's got to go execute it, as well as the 10 other guys around him.
How much of getting that last 15 to 20% of the playbook in place is just getting the right kinds of personnel?
Yeah, just getting the right puzzle pieces in place. There's no doubt about that.
How much do you think he could improve his draft stock by coming back next year and getting another year in the system?
Well, I think, I don't know where he's projected and all that. I mean, I think that I definitely think he's a first-round guy, whether it's, I don't know if it's this year. I think it would be next year. I think he could definitely improve his draft stock. And obviously those are things that he's got to talk to his family about, and he and I will talk about. I think he and I have an unbelievable relationship that in my opinion, would matter to him. So, you got to do what's best for your family. But I honestly feel the improvement we saw from him from year 1 to year 2 in this system, and going year 2 to year 3, I think he can only improve himself.
So I think Sammy got 7 carries in the last 7 games. Reflects the reads of Taj, or maybe just an emphasis away from that element of the.
Yeah, a lot of it is some of the reads that we have, but You know, the other part is just, you know, the situation in the game. I mean, I have to look back and kind of evaluate, you know, we played South Carolina, and then the week before that, you know, was NC State that we played. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to say on that. But, you know, I think game planning wise, I mean, he's got to be a part of it. But again, he's got to be able to however they're going to play us. I mean, they may not be playing us the way that presents us the give. It may be more of a pull game.
Once you've seen the JV guys, any of those individuals?
Yeah, you know, I've seen some positives. Some of those guys, see some guys that have a long way to go. That they need spring ball and then some. And so, you know, you can definitely tell some of them been scout team and reading cards and executing off cards. And you know, I can't wait to get the opportunity to motivate them a little bit. Some of them feel like they've arrived and they haven't even gotten a car yet.
So no individuals you want?
No. I'm not going to pinpoint any individuals at this point. They all, from the quarterback all the way down, they all got a lot of work to do. But we're able to get a lot of good work in.
All right, is your offensive line healthy?
Yeah, they are. You know, I'm excited about those guys. And again, they're going to have to play well, as we all are. We're going to play physical, and we're going to have to play aggressive.
Montgomery and Mingo, similar challenge as South Carolina?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. You know, Mingo is I think he's the MVP of their team. And he was awarded that by his peers at their banquet, and he's rightfully deserving so. I mean, he's an unbelievable ball player. And in Montgomery, obviously, we know, you know what he's capable of. But it ain't just those two. They got four more they roll in right behind them. Very talented, and you know, they've got a great scheme, and they've got a lot of depth. And so, you know, it's going to be a great challenge for us.